Hi everyone, welcome back to Cfop Cubing. I made a video about how to solve the Rubik's Cube faster with the Cfop method, but I didn't really show you how to do it. There are a lot of things to learn, and I'm going to separate the steps into different videos. This is the first one, how to do beginner cross. So what is the cross? Well, in the beginner method, we solve the daisy and then the cross. This step goes right into the cross and completely skips the daisy. This is what the cross looks like when it's done. We have the white cross like this, and then we also have these two colors matching up all the way around. I have a cube here that grays out everything else so you can see the cross better. I will show you how to do the cross here, and then I will do it on a normal cube. So here's the cube scrambled. What we want to do is solve a cross, so how do we do that? First, we are going to pick an edge piece. If you are doing this on a normal Rubik's Cube, make sure the edge piece has white on it. Now, an edge piece has two colors on it. One of the colors is white. The other color could be red, blue, orange, or green. We are going to match up whatever color that is not white on the edge with the same colored center. Like this. Now we want to rotate that side until it matches up with the white center. Like that. If it's not that easy just to match it up like that, you can just bring it to the side and then move it over to match it up. And then match it up with white. Now we want to do that to all of the other pieces, but it gets trickier as we go because we don't want to mess up the pieces that we have already solved. One way to do this to make sure we don't mess any up is we turn the cube until the white center is facing down, and then we put the piece that we are working on into the top layer. We want the color facing us not to be white. If it is though, that's okay, and I will show you how to deal with that in a moment. First, if it is not white, we will rotate the top layer until the color that is not white, in my case it is blue, with the same colored center, like that. Make sure you are rotating the side that is opposite of white. On a normal Rubik's Cube, the opposite color is yellow. Now, rotate the side you are facing 180 degrees. This should match up the white color with the white center. Now you can do this to all of the other edges, but make sure when you bring a piece into the top layer, you aren't messing up one of the solved edges. For example, this edge I can rotate up into the top layer, but if I do, it will mess up the edge. Instead, I can rotate the other side that interacts with this edge and get it into the top row that way. Now you can get a case where an edge is pinned between two solved edges. No matter what side you move, it will bring up an edge that is solved. One way you can fix this is to hold it on the right and do an algorithm called a sexy. You should know this algorithm from the beginner method. To show you how that works, watch this edge as I do a sexy. It's up here now. Now it's over here. Now it stays here. And then it goes over here. So it was originally here, and now it's in the top row. But if we look at these two edges here, they are still solved. So on this cube, we can do a sexy like this. And it gets the edge into the top row without messing up the two edges that were already solved. Okay, now let's go over what we do when we get the edge into the top row, but the white is facing us. We will still match this color on the edge with the same colored center, but we won't rotate it 180 degrees. Instead, we will move it to the right and bring the right side down to match up these colors. Now you may notice that we broke up the edge that is already solved, but we will get to that in a moment. So now we will rotate this side 90 degrees until the white matches up with the white center. Now we can fix the edge here that broke. Now with that information, you should be able to solve the cross without doing the daisy first. Now let's do a quick example cross. Okay, so do the scramble up here if you want to follow along. Okay, so we'll just look around for some cross edges. The cross edges have white on them, so we gotta make sure to pick one that has white, so not this one or something. And we can look for ones that are already matched up like this. That makes it easier to do. So this one here has white on it, and it's already matched up with a correct center. So we can just move it down like that and match it up with white. So that one is pretty easy, and you can look for easy ones. But if there is no easy ones, we'll just put this one on the bottom. We'll rotate this one up into the top. Like that. We'll make sure not to rotate it this way because it will break up this edge. So we'll bring it up like that. So white is facing me, so I'm going to have to still match this color up with the correct center, but then I'm going to move it to the right. I'm going to bring it down and mess up this cross edge, but this cross edge is actually not solved yet, so I can just bring it down and match up the colors and then match it up with the center. But since this one was not actually broken, we don't have to bring it back. You can, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this one here is already up in the top row, and white is not facing us. So we can just match this up with the correct center and then turn it 180 degrees like that. Okay, now we'll look around for the last cross edge, which is here. We want to match up this color with the correct center, and it is. Now we'll move it to the right. We'll bring it down and match this up, and it does break up this cross edge, but then we can just insert it like that and then fix this cross edge that we broke. Okay, here's another scramble up here. So yeah, let's just do that. Alright, and let's look for some cross edges. I don't see any really easy cross edges to do, so we'll just put this one on the bottom and just look up in the top row. We have this one up here that's already in the top row. If you want, you can rotate another one up. This one has a white facing us, so we'll match this color up with the same colored center, which it is already. We will move it to the side, to the right, and we'll bring it down, match it up, and insert it. We don't have any other solved ones, so we don't have to bring that one back. Now this one's up in the top row. It also has white facing us, so we need to match this green with the correct green. We'll move that one to the right, bring it down. It doesn't break up anything that's already solved. This one is a right cross edge, but it's not one we've solved because it's flipped. And then we will put it down. Okay, now we'll just rotate this one up into the top row. This one has red facing us, not white, so we will rotate it over to match up with the correct center, and then we will turn that 180 degrees. And then finally we have this final cross edge, which we can bring up into the top row. White's facing us, so we'll move it to the side. To the right, we will bring it down to match this color up. We'll rotate it down to solve it, and then we just have to fix this final cross edge. Okay, so let's just do one more. So here's the scramble. Okay, so there's not very many easy ones, so we'll just put this one, this white, on the bottom. And we will look here, we have a blue one. We'll match this color up because it's not white with the correct center and turn that 180 degrees. Then we have this one here, which has red on it, except white is facing us, so we'll match it up with the correct center. We'll move it to the right, bring it down to match this color up, and then insert it. We do not have to fix this because it's not solved. And then we have this one, which we can rotate to the top. And white's facing us, so this orange piece needs to go right above the orange, and then we will move it to the right, bring it down, insert it like that, and then this cross piece we have to fix. And then if we look, we have one more cross edge here, but it's pinned between two cross edges, so we can't bring this one up and bring it to the top row because it will break this one up, and we can't bring this one up because it will break this edge up. So we just have to do a sexy, so we will just put this on the right, keep this on the bottom, and just do a sexy, like that. And now it's out, and these two are still solved. So now we will take this edge, this has green, so we'll put it right above the green, then we will move it to the right, bring it down to match this color up. It breaks this edge up, but we will just solve this, and then we will solve this. Alright, and that's it, that's the cross. I hope you learned something in this video, and if you have any questions, you can ask in the comments. Share this video with your friends, like, and as always, thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe.